It's been an interesting week, certainly, for Brexit. Many pundits now coming out saying this is it. This is a no-deal Brexit. I personally don't yet believe that. As they say, it ain't over till the fat man sings, and the fat man has not sung yet. Boris Johnson, Boris the Bullet Dodger, came out on Friday, kind of skirting around the issue, kind of dodging the bullets. He didn't implicitly say to businesses, to citizens, look, it's going to be a bumpy few months, but we are now committing with 100% certainty to a no-deal Brexit. He kind of said maybe if it may be an Australian-style Brexit, if the EU don't come back with anything better, if maybe then this may happen. I mean, the rhetoric is certainly better than it has been up till now, so I applaud him for that. But with the time ticking away, I think the EU will come back with a counteroffer, probably the week coming, if not the week after that. I think the EU probably will soften their position. Germany doesn't really care about fisheries. Germany has somewhat of a coastline, but it largely doesn't really care about fisheries. I think Merkel would try and whip Macron back into line because, yeah, fisheries are important for Macron. It's going to be important for him being re-elected. But Germany basically is the number one of the EU, right? France number two, quite close, but Germany's number one. I think Germany's going to put a lot of pressure on France to say, look, the fisheries aren't really a big deal, at least to us anyway, as Germans. So I think it'll be a counter-offer. I don't think this is a no-deal Brexit yet. I mean, the currency markets didn't really confirm that. Friday, the market didn't really move much. I mean, Boris Johnson come out and said his piece. The markets were still open. Didn't really move that much. Went up a little bit, went down a little bit. That didn't look like no-deal Brexit to me. The currency markets will certainly move if and when they do finally commit to saying, hey, look, we're just going to shred the withdrawal agreement. We're committing to it. We want to just give businesses and citizens the most amount of time now to prepare for a no-deal Brexit. The fact that the clock's ticking down so much and they're not committing to it, in my opinion, means the government really do want a trade deal. I mean, they're leaving it very late in the day now to commit to something. We're probably not really going to find out for sure either way until very late October, if not first week or 2 weeks of November, which leaves a very short period for ratification. If no deal is happening now, one of the likely reasons that will happen is just running out of time for ratification. This needs to go through Parliament. This needs to go through the EU. Christmas is coming. COVID is happening. They are burning up their time, they're burning up their resources, which they need for these things to go through Parliament. So no, I don't think this is no deal Brexit yet. I think the sentiment, the rhetoric is better than it has been. But Boris the Bullet Dodger is still skirting around the questions, still skirting around, is this no deal or not? I mean, he's a speech maker, right? He's a journalist. He knows how to say things that people like. That's why he's Prime Minister. He's not Prime Minister for his policies. He's not Prime Minister because he's a particularly good politician. He's a people person, right? I say it time and time again. He's a people person. He's a used car salesman. He knows what to say, and that's all it is at the moment. It's rhetoric. Pound didn't move. Pound didn't move on Friday. That tells you everything you need to know, that the people that are the most informed people, right, in the world aren't politicians. You don't need to know really what goes on in the world to be a politician. But if the big speculators in the currency markets, they didn't buy no deal on Friday, that should tell you everything. The betting markets still don't see this as no deal Brexit. You can still get a reasonable return. If you truly believe a no deal Brexit is going to happen, bet £10, you probably win about £9. Use odds checker. I think S markets are doing that bet at the moment, 1.9 to 1. So no, I don't think this is no deal Brexit yet. I think the rhetoric is better. Boris Johnson at least is starting to say the right things, but he's leaving it very late in the day to give the citizens of this country, businesses, they need clarity at this point. We're about 2 months out from the end now. Businesses and citizens need clarity. We're not getting that. I think a trade deal will come at some point. That seems the most likely outcome. I believe that's what the Conservatives want. I believe that's what Boris Johnson wants. Most Conservatives. There's a handful. You can count them on one hand. The traditional small c Conservatives are out there. Not many of them. John Redwood, Dan Hanna, I guess. Although Dan Hanna, there's a little bit of a question there on him. There's one or two of them out there anyway. But yeah, I don't think it's no deal Brexit yet. Let me know in the comments how you think this is going to play out. Currency markets haven't bought it yet. We'll see. I don't think much is really going to happen until probably first week in November, or at least very late October, before we know for sure. Germany will probably come back with a countermeasure, whip Macron back into line. EU's going to collapse sooner or later anyway. So even if we get roped into this sinking ship, I mean, it's going to be more painful in the short to medium term, i.e. over the next few years, as the EU dissolves into further chaos, which is almost a certainty at this time. I don't believe what's happening in the EU can be resolved without a lot of pain, and they're not willing to do that, so it is a sinking ship. Better to jump off now than go down with a sinking ship, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one, guys, and I'll see you in a future video.